So this video is going to have a look at the three main parts of Buildxact. We're going to have a look at capturing leads and how the lead section works in general. We will also discuss how to create estimates from leads. And in general, this video, we are aiming to answer the question, where do I start? Cool. So here we are in Buildxact on our landing page on the dashboard. Before we get into it, I just wanted to point out that if you are on our entry level plan, you will not have access to leads and jobs. In fact, the entire left-hand menu may look a little smaller than what you can see on my screen here. So the first half of this video will not relate directly to you, but as we start to discuss estimate creation and estimate templates, this will be relevant to you. So feel free to skip to that point in the video or watch along if you're interested in the full product offering. So in Buildxact, when it really boils down to it, we do three main things, and they are represented with these three tabs here. First of all, we capture leads. We produce estimates and quotes, and we also manage jobs. These three things are really designed to go one after the other, where leads that have been created then turn into estimates when you're pricing up a particular quote. And once those are accepted, those will turn into jobs where we would then manage the ongoing job concerns. This all starts with the leads, and leads is an area where you can capture information regarding opportunities for work as they arise, like client details, job location, and the scope of work. Once you've figured out that the opportunity is a good fit for your business, you will then proceed to create an estimate to quote that job. Once the estimate or quote is accepted, you can then turn the estimate into a job, and it would move along from there. So this whole three-step process is designed to be a bit of a sales funnel where, for example, you might get 100 people contacting you to do work for them. Once you've considered the job, and there might be 40 estimates that are produced as a result, and of those estimates, maybe 20 of those clients will accept the estimate, and then the job gets going. So the lead section is really the front door where you can record all of your opportunities, and the intended use of Buildxact is to start by creating a lead. So that's where we're going to begin. So to get started, I'm going to click on leads and then select capture lead here. It's going to pop out from the side saying if your potential client is a family or is it a business, and basically it'll search through the clients area, which is really just a database of all the clients that have previously been entered in Buildxact as you start typing in the family name. So in this case, I'm going to create a lead called Ryan from Buildxact. As soon as I start typing this in, Buildxact is actually searching the clients area to determine whether you've worked for this person before. And it's not found anyone called Ryan from Buildxact, so I am going to click on Add New Client. Next, I'm just going to enter in some basic information about this person that's contacted me. I'm going to include their mobile number and also their email address, and then hit Save and Close. Cool. Now that I've hit Save and Close, it's pushed me into this new lead that's been created, and it's also added Ryan from Buildxact as a client in our clients database here. Up in the top menu, you'll see that the client and the lead are clickable, so you can certainly click on the client to get to the client file here within the client's database. But I'm now just going to go back to the lead, and we can see it listed here. It's 0 days old as I've just created it, and you can see certainly the name that I've entered in. Now that we're in the lead, there are some various sections where we can input some information about this potential job opportunity. So first of all, we can click on source to determine where the client has actually heard about our business. We've got an area for the project type, the budget of the job as well, and also the projected start date too. There's an area that you can enter in the works location of the job, so you can keep that on file. And we'll see that there's a Google Maps integration that's showing you basically where that works location is. Moving further down, if I scroll down, there's an iteration of the client details that I've already entered in here. And scrolling further down, we'll see some other sections. So first of all, there's an area for notes. This is basically a free text area where you can record anything that the client may have communicated to you. And basically, anytime you add a note, there'll be information about who's added the note, which user, and at what time they added the note as well. So you can use this as a free text area, basically, to record any estimate-specific notes related to this opportunity. Similar to that, there is a section where you can upload any documents that may be relevant to this opportunity. This could include things like specification sheets, permits, even plans, anything like that. As an example, I'll just upload a random photo that I have in my computer for some reason. But certainly any sort of documents that are relevant to this job opportunity can be stored within the lead itself. It's a great idea to do so. Moving back up to the top, there's one thing that I have not covered, and that's the stage of the lead here. And this is important as it will let you know where the opportunity is up to, and it will create a category on the leads list so you can see how many you are winning or how many quotes you have sent out. At the moment, I've left it as a new lead, and certainly if I click on the lead section, you'll see that the stages are actually these filterable options that you can select from to have a look at leads in a specific stage. Cool. The last thing to point out is the client portal. The client portal is connected to the lead and therefore appears in the lead details section. We have other videos on the client portal that I would urge you to check out. But in short, this is a feature where you can share information and message your clients using Buildxact. They'll get an invitation to a secure website where you can share information across. It's a great feature, and you should definitely check out the video that we have on the client portal. For now, though, just to point out that the client portal does tie into the lead, and a lead is necessary to use the client portal. Now, what we're going to do is have a look at these tabs here within the lead. Essentially, the estimate tab will show you any estimates that you have created that have been attached to this lead. We don't see any estimates for this lead as yet, but now we can click on Create New to actually link the lead to a new estimate, which ideally is the way that Buildxact should be used. Now, whenever you create an estimate in Buildxact, Buildxact will ask you what template you would like to use as a basis for your estimate. Now, you can think of a template as being a format or a saved state that you can start your new estimate from. A template can have cost centers or cost categories. They can have line items. They can have prices, quantities, all sorts of things saved into it, with the idea being that you don't need to manually recreate everything from scratch each time you create a new estimate. And you can use templates as a bit of a checklist to ensure that you are including everything in the quote that you need. Most new users to Buildxact will use one of our default templates that you can see here. I'll use one of these as a starting point. We have some for several different types of jobs. However, down the track, we would anticipate that a lot of our users will in fact create their own estimate templates after they've created a specific type of estimate. So certainly these templates here can be used as a starting point. They don't have pricing in them or quantities, but the estimate templates that you create eventually will aim to have information like that stored in it so that you don't need to manually punch it out every time you create a new estimate. Essentially, to create a new estimate, once you've selected a template, you would just need to then fill in the name. I'll just call this one test. A lot of the information that we entered into the lead, like the client, the job address, and the building type, have already fallen through. So essentially all I need to do is provide it with a name. Now I can hit Use Template, and essentially we have now moved on to the second step where we're creating an estimate from that lead. And you can see up here that the lead is in fact connected to this estimate. And by clicking on it, we can see that it is there. We can also access the estimate from the lead itself. So yeah, that is it for our overview on leads and where to get started. As always, if you have any questions, please hit the Need Help button where you can access our FAQs and our training content. Thank you very much.